Hello everyone, it's Dylan Ward here. This is going to be a full body workout of HIIT. So there'll be 50 seconds on working and 10 seconds rest. First, there's going to be 3 sets, so 9 exercises altogether, done 3 times. And then a 2-minute break in between each set. But firstly, make sure you've got yourself a glass of water and a mat to work out on. And then I'm going to start with a warm-up, as long as there's nothing around and you're in a safe area so you can't injure yourself or get in the way of any animals or anything like that. So we're going to start off with a warm-up. So just stretch, get your legs wide apart, and then just work your hands from the middle and then behind, and then back into the middle, and then in front again, and back into the middle and behind. And then the second stretch, just do this on your right leg first. Take your leg and hold it behind yourself and just pull back on your, just to work your quad and make sure it's nice and loose for the exercises. And do this for about 15 seconds. Just to make sure it's nice and loose. And then do this on the other leg as well. Same thing applies, just pull back just to make sure this isn't tight and you don't pull up in any injuries during the session. And the next exercise, just lean across. Don't push on your leg like this, just make sure you lean, keep your back straight. This is just working your hamstring. Don't want any injuries, nice and flexible. And then do this on the other side as well, just working the other hamstring. And then just in front, it just pulls back on the hamstring as well. Keep your back straight, one leg bent and your other leg nice and straight in front. Do this on your left leg as well, nice and straight, and the other leg bent and back straight. And then just to stretch out the shoulders, make sure one arm is bent, the other arm goes across the body, nice and tall. Just make sure you're pulling against it. It just opens out your shoulders and your back. Do this on the other side as well. As it's a full body workout, the whole body needs to be stretched and ready. And then just over the top, just pull down on the arm that's bending. Just make sure your back is opened out. And then do it on the other side as well. So that's a nice full body warm up. And then the first exercise is going to be squats for 50 seconds, and then a 10-second rest at the end before we go on to the exercise afterwards. So we're going to start off with squats. Now, make sure your form is nice and solid, so your back is straight and you're going down as low as possible. Keep your arms out in front of you to maintain that posture, and make sure you have a good rhythm with the breathing, so you're not rushing it and just doing it at your own pace. It's a hot day, so you need to take in fluids after the exercise as well. Just make sure the form is good, getting down nice and low. This is just working your hamstrings and your quads, as well as your back, and just keeping your whole body working. So that's 50 seconds. Then just have a 10-second breather, get a drink, stretch out your body just before the next exercise. Next exercise is jumping jacks. It's quite a simple one. It's just going to be 50 seconds again, just from now. Make sure there's a rhythm to this with your breathing so that you can keep control and do it to a high tempo. Just need to keep this rhythm going. 30 seconds left. Make sure it's still going. If you try and keep the same pace the whole time, you'll feel more of an effect. That's 50 seconds. Just get a drink again. Just get some fluids on. Next exercise is lunges. You might want to use a mat for this. It's just going to be right leg, then left leg. 3, 2, 1. Alright, right leg down. Go like that if you want, but make sure there's a good pace to it, but it's nice and controlled so that you're getting the full effect. This is just a beginner level of lunges, as you can make it more advanced and go into jumping, doing it all on one leg and at a much quicker pace. Whereas there's 3 sets to this and it's full body. Don't want to make it too hard or rush into anything too quickly. That's 50 seconds. Have another break for a few more seconds before we go into mountain climbers. Get your arms nice and straight. You might want to use a mat for this one. And your legs in a plank position, and then you want to bring your knees forward through your arms. 3, 2, 1. Make sure your knees are coming through your arms and meeting your chest. This will work your abs and your arms as well as your legs. Make sure you keep a nice rhythm and keep breathing well, in through your nose and out through your mouth. Keep a nice tempo. Make sure you keep your arms and your back nice and straight. Don't want to pull anything or have bad form, so make sure that's straight. That's 50 seconds. Get another drink and have a nice break. Next exercise is leg raises. You gotta lay down straight for this one. Put your arms by your side so that they don't interfere with it. And then your legs straight up. Keep your body and your head as far back as possible. Make sure your legs are together and touching, so that they're going straight up and not bending. Twenty more seconds. Then have a 10-second break. Next exercise is flutter kicks. It's going to be in the same position but with alternate legs. One leg going up and the other leg going down. at the same time. This also works the abs. 3 seconds, get into position, arms by your side, 3, 2, 1. Keep a nice tempo for this one, as well as maintaining breathing through your nose and out through your mouth. Your legs don't have to go as high. Make sure your arms are by your side so there's control to this. 30 seconds left. Make sure your head and your shoulders are back as far as they can. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get a drink. Just have a walk around, try and loosen off any aches or pains. Next exercise is a plank. I'll show you how this one's done. Just gonna move the mat. You want to get yourself arms straight, shoulders forward, and then keep your back nice and straight, arms apart. And then you want to go down onto your forearm. Start this in 4, 3, 2, 1. You just want to keep a nice posture. Keep your back up, legs together, and you just want to hold this. You want your hands to touch, keep more sturdy. Just want to keep that control, keep the breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth, slowly. Just want to hold that. 10 seconds left. Make sure your knees don't touch and you can hold it up as long as possible. There we go. And have another break. Utilise that 10 seconds before we go into a side plank, which is the same thing, just on the side. I'm going to start with the right. 4, 3, 2, 1. You want your feet to be on top of each other, one on top of the other, and then you just want to hold your arm in the same position as a normal plank. Some people might want their arm up in the air, as it might stabilise them more. Other people might just want their arm down. I'm going to do this for another 20 seconds. Keep that good posture and holding it in position. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, a quick break before we go on to the other side. This is the last exercise before we have a 2-minute break. Before we go into set number 2. We'll start this in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Notice how I'm putting my arm in the air for this one, just to show an alternate way of completing it. Make sure you've got a nice amount of room between your oblique and the mat or the floor, because that is where it will be working, your left oblique. Make sure that's nice and sturdy and you're not moving. Make sure your legs are nice and straight, arm in the air, and forearm nice and strong on the mat. Working for another 15 seconds before rest. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. That was the first set of exercises complete. We'll be doing the same exercises but with a different time. Gonna increase it by 5 seconds, working for 55 seconds and resting for still 10, but we're just going to have that extra 5 seconds of work. This will be the hardest set. The next set we'll do for 45 seconds, just to reduce it down before ending the session. So make sure you get fluids on and just have a nice stretch before the next set of exercises. If anything hurts, just make sure it's stretched out, because there's multiple types of muscle groups being worked, so they all need to be loose. Make sure no injuries are occurring. Keep taking all fluids, just having a break. "30 more seconds. We're going to go back into squats as the first one. 55 seconds of work. And then 10 seconds of rest still. 10 more seconds. Alright. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Make sure you're keeping that rhythm. Arms out in front, back nice and straight, legs bending, going as far down as possible. Make sure your body is nice and upright so that you can work your abs as well as working your hamstrings and your quads. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and then have that same 10-second rest just to stretch and get a drink. Next one, back into jumping jacks, 55 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Make sure you're keeping it in rhythm, in time, with music and the breathing. Just keep that posture, keep that structure, making sure you're breathing nice and slowly, nice and in time, controlled. This is the hardest set, so make sure you're putting it in, doing the work. If anything is too hard, just reduce it and slow it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Another break. 10 seconds. Into lunges again now. 4, 3, 2, 1. Make sure this you have a good form for, as it'll really pay off. Doing it properly. Make sure your back's straight, nice and controlled in the hips, chest out. Keep your abs nice and tight. Going right down without touching the floor. Just before, holding it, and then coming back up. Do this nice and powerful, in time with your breathing, in through your nose, and out through your mouth. Nice and controlled. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Make sure to just have a nice shake off. Keep your legs moving and controlled. Mountain climbers again now. Back into that plank position. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep your knees at a nice tempo, coming as far through your arms as possible, working your abs and keeping a nice straight back and strong form with your shoulders. Keep this going at a good tempo. You'll really feel this in your abs and in your hamstrings when rotating your legs backwards. 20 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. Make sure to shake that off. Get your legs moving and just get another drink. Now into leg raises, so back on the floor. Nice and controlled, arms by your sides. 3, 2, 1. Make sure to keep your legs nice and straight. You might want to tuck your hands under your bum just to keep that structure, and make sure your legs are going higher. Keep your legs together. Make sure you're working your lower abs. Make sure you're still breathing nice and slowly and relaxed. And keeping that form, so make sure it's working out properly. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back up. Shake your legs off before we go into flutter kicks. Just similar exercise, just working each leg alternatively. Push you nice and loose. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep your arms by your sides again. Don't have to put your legs as high. Just make sure your shoulders and your back is nice and low on the mat, and that your head is far back as well, so you're stretching out your abs and making them work harder. Keep this nice momentum. "20 seconds. Three, 2, 1. That's the last of the ones laying on your back for now. Just have a drink before we go into a plank. Three seconds. Just get ready, open your shoulders up, keep your arms nice and loose before we go to a plank. 3, 2, 1. Same again. Nice open arms, shoulders forward, nice strong forearms on the mat, back opened out and nice straight, and your legs touching and nice and straight in line with your back. Keep your abs off the floor and holding this. Nice breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. 10 more seconds. Make sure to keep holding it, push through. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up, shake it off. Next one's a side plank again. Do it on the right side first. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Make sure you're holding that. Keep your arm in the air. one foot on top of the other. Just make sure your oblique is nice and high, not touching the mat. Just keep holding it. Nice and strong forearm. Relax your breathing. Just make sure you keep holding it. 20 seconds left. Just push through that last bit. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Quick break before we go on to the left side. Get your arm shaking off. Three seconds. 3, 2, 1, and up. Arm in the air again. Keep your legs and your back nice and straight. Shoulders open. Make sure your abs are the ones working, along with your arm. Should be firmly placed on the mat. 30 seconds. Last bit before the break. Make sure you push through this. Gets easier after this set. Last bit of hard graph. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's it for that set. Just have a drink, loosen off any tight areas. Shake off anything that's tight, stretch it out. The next set is 45 seconds with 15 seconds of rest. So we're adding the rest in and taking away from the work. It's the last set. Same exercises apply. Just make sure to keep the tempo. Another minute now. Back into squats, the first one again. Make sure to loosen off your hamstrings, shake your legs out. 10 seconds now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go again. Keep your back nice and straight, arms out. Make sure to go as low as possible, keeping your abs nice in line, back. Keep breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. Nice controlled tempo. 10 more seconds. Keep putting in the work. 3, 2, 1. Another 15-second break now. Get a drink, hydrate. Before going into jumping jacks again. 45 more seconds on this. Your legs and arms nice and opened out. 3, 2, 1. Keep that form again, nice and controlled. Nice and high, powerful bursts. 20 seconds left. Three, 2, 1. Just keep that break. Drink. Lunges is next. 3, 2, 1. Back nice and straight, shoulders out, and go as low as possible without touching your knee on the floor. Nice rhythm, in time with the breathing. Back straight, and a good pace to it. 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Another break with fluid on board before we go into the mountain climbers. Might want to do any kind of stretches on your arms, shoulders for this one. Nice and loose. Three, 2, 1. Arms nice and straight apart. Push through with your knees through your arms. Keep your back nice and straight. Shoulders apart. Nice tempo. "20 seconds left. Keep putting in the work. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just relax. Open your body out. Take a drink. Back on the floor. Leg raisers. 3, 2, 1. Arms by your sides. Legs nice and straight. Shoulders back. And a nice controlled tempo. "20 seconds left. More seconds. Keep the breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 15-second break again. Keep your legs moving. Water on board. 5 more seconds of rest before we go into flutter kicks. Three, 2, 1. Arms by sides again. Head back. Alternating legs. Keep that power at your hips and your abs. Push through. 20 seconds left. Keep that control. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Another 15-second break. I'm just going to stretch my hamstrings, pull on my legs, just to make sure I'm not getting any injuries. Just keep opening them up. And then back down for a plank. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms in that plank position again. Legs straight, back up. If this is too difficult, you could bring your knees forward and do it on your knees. If it's too hard to do it on your legs, but in the meantime, keep your arms nice and controlled. Abs, keep them away from the mat. Back up, shoulders apart. 10 more seconds on this. 3, 2, 1. Last 2 exercises now, 1 on each side. Keep that break, have some rest. Make sure you keep having water, doing your stretches in between. We'll be back on your right side for another side plank. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back on that right arm, your right leg underneath your left. Your oblique off the floor, biggest gap as possible, and use your left arm, put it in the air for balance. Make sure you hold this another 20 seconds. Keep breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth, nice and relaxed. 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. And same again. 15 seconds rest, and then on the left side for the last exercise. After this, do a 1 minute break, and I'll do a cool down. 5 seconds left of this, and then on your left side again. 3, 2, 1, and up. Keep your right arm in the air for the balance. Make sure you're off the mat as much as you can in your abs area. Keep your left arm nice and strong on the mat, as well as your left foot and your right leg on top. 20 seconds left. Last bit of exercise. Push through this. Nice and controlled. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just have a minute break, just to relax, get some water on before I take you through a cool down, just to ensure that nothing's tight, not to put up with any injuries the next day. Just get a glass of water. Ten more seconds, just walking it off, relaxing. Short cool down now, just to keep your muscles intact. Just gonna start off child's pose. So go sit up and then back onto your feet. And then you're just gonna wanna bring your arms far forward as possible, keep your back straight and just bend down into your knees. I'm gonna hold this one for 40 seconds. Just make sure we're opening out our back and legs. Don't want to pull up with any injuries, this is key. "15 seconds of this left. Make sure you're doing this properly so that it is working. That's that one. And then just move into, make sure your feet are touching, back is nice and straight, and then you want to either rock your legs and pull them as far apart as possible, just push down. Make sure you open out your hamstring, get your back nice and straight, and just push into your legs. Keep this going for another 20 seconds. keep pushing down, keep your hamstrings. Five more seconds. 3, 2, 1. That one. I'm just going to get into a lunge position, and we're just going to push forward on your right leg to start with. You can rest your arm on your knee and just push forward. Make sure your back is straight and the back half of your body is all in line. And just keep this leg nice and bent. And your other leg, your left one, is nice and straight down on the mat. Just keep this for another 20 seconds, pushing on that leg. We're just going to swap sides afterwards, make sure both legs are even. 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Just keep the same thing for this leg. Push down on it. Lean your arms across. Just put all your weight onto the side of your body. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's the cool down done. Just make sure nice and loose, no achy areas. Just relax, get a glass of water. That was my full body workout. Leave any questions, any feedback in the comments. Just asking for tips, advice, and any feedback on how good it was, what areas were effective, areas to improve, etc. And how I can make it better for next time, new things. So yeah, thank you for watching.